What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of El Jardín Pirito. Today we're going to be harvesting and preserving moringa. All right. All right, guys, so behind me you're going to see a moringa that I chopped off at the mark right there only a few months ago. Believe it or not, this was grown from seed just this year. So this is less than a year's growth. It's fall right now. I think I did this in actually early spring. So yeah, quite a bit of growth here in Houston, Texas. But basically, I've already topped it and harvested it once. And I guess you can't see the full tree in here. I'm gonna go ahead and bring you guys out. All right, basically it's gonna be the preference of how you want your moringa to grow. They tend to grow naturally really leggy, and so you give them a top and then they're going to start branching out like that, and then it's kind of your preference. So right now I'm going to leave this particular tree alone, but I'll go ahead and show you how I would top one of the more leggy ones I have out front. So here's probably a better example because it's actually ready to be topped off again. I'd already topped it off here. It was leggy. What I'm going to do is kind of show you guys where I would top it to make it bush out a little more. Say right here, for instance, we have all that. Probably right there. Right there. And that's all there is to it. All right, now I'm gonna show you guys how I would process that. All right, guys, so from here it's pretty simple. I just have a normal box here. And the reason I'm gonna pile it all in a box is we want it to air dry. We want it to have plenty of aeration. We're just gonna keep it in the shade. But basically we don't want it fluttering out and flying out everywhere as it dries. So basically you're just gonna take off each stem like that. Yeah, on a side note, I do like just eating it fresh from the tree like that. Usually at night or for dinner, I'll prep my meals, sprinkle some of that fresh on there. There's nothing like it fresh. But we're in fall here. Actually right now in Houston, it's false fall. It's like 50, 60 degrees the next couple days, but it's gonna go back up to 90. Another thing is you want to harvest well at the end of the year. It won't matter anyway because your tree is going to go into dormancy. They're technically evergreens, but if you have them where it gets a little colder, they're going to shed all their leaves anyway. I do recommend pruning in the growth season. That way you can get a lot more growth. If it's at the end of the growth season, it's not really going to bounce back and you're just basically going to have it stick in the ground. So what I did was, so you want to store those in a relatively cool, dry place. You can have them in your kitchen. I had them outside in the shade. You just don't want to have them directly in the sun baking, as they'll lose nutrients. And you definitely don't want to just put them in the oven like a lot of people do to preserve certain things. These are just air dried. And after a few weeks, you're gonna get something like that. And from there, if you like that texture, you can keep them that way. But you can either, what I would do is maybe get a cauldron and separate out all the little twigs and stuff. But I'm just gonna show you guys this for demonstrational purposes. You get a majority of the sticks out. And once they're nice and dry, you can grind them up into a nice fine powder. And that's good for storage later. The easier thing would probably be to put them in a cauldron, separate out all the little stems, and then just transfer them into a food processor and you'll be done the whole batch real quick. I was gonna do that, but I'm outside right now and I don't wanna run power out here, and I was just showing you guys really quickly how to get that accomplished. Anyway guys, I hope you found this helpful, getting the most out of your moringa year long. This stuff will keep nearly indefinitely for definitely a long enough time. Post comments below if you have another take or any other comments or questions, of course. And as always guys, thanks for tuning in. Until next time.